the main event. I'm your humble host, Stephen McCollum, and you know him as 17-year NFL veteran, 3-time Super Bowl champion for your Dallas Cowboys. He's been retired so long, he didn't play with Aaron Rodgers, folks. 22 years Aaron Rodgers has been in the league. Dale Hellestrae is here, everybody.
Good morning, Stephen.
I did not do that math, by the way, but I assume.
So you're not really sure.
I'm not. I just guessed.
No, if it's Aaron Rodgers' 22nd year, I retired, or I was.
It's close.
I was done in 2001.
Yeah, but I can't do that kind of math.
So he would
25.
be.
You've been retired for 25 years then.
25, yes.
Because it's 2026.
Yes.
I'm doing basic math.
Yes.
Might be 24.
Well, hold on. I thought you'd have left the graduating class of 2026 just feeling smarter.
No. It was funny because I'm telling him where to meet us. He's like, I'm lost. And I go, let's see if this Queen Creek High School education works out for you. We're on the south side. He goes, yeah, I don't know. I go, just when you walk out of where you come out, take a left and just follow it around. You'll run into us.
It's amazing because Hillary and Kendall, Hillary doesn't know up from down, north from south, east from west.
Yeah.
Kendall, that's how she gives directions. Yeah, you just head east to whatever road and then go north.
Oh, which
where are you from? But graduation night?
Yeah.
Now, do you, at the McCollum household?
McCollum graduation afternoon. It was weird at 2:30.
Yeah.
You got done with it and you felt like you're like, okay, time to go to bed. Like it's late. And it's like 4.
And now is it ASU?
Yeah.
Is ASU done with their school?
Oh, yeah, they graduated last
so
week.
there are not a ton of kids running around.
We pulled in. We got there a little bit early. We were ahead of schedule. We stopped at In-N-Out there on whatever that is, rural, when you get off the 202 there. We stopped at In-N-Out, got it, drove down, because I was like, parking. I don't want to deal with parking.
Right.
We're going to be early, fine. So we pulled in, got right into the parking garage, 3rd floor, right next to the elevators and the stairs. Sat there and ate. And then everybody started texting, we're in line. So I'm like, all right, well, let's go cut in line with them. Because you can see the line already forming. So I said, let's go cut in line with them so we don't have to wait in the back of the line. So we went over there and did all that stuff, yeah.
About how many kids graduated?
400 and something.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. It's not a – so Queen Creek High School it's a small school. It's landlocked beyond belief. Like it's just packed in there.
Yeah.
So about 400.
Okay.
They were just naming those kids' names. They were like, Suzanne, Jimmy, and they were just nonstop. Just boom, 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 boom. And I was like, oh, baby, it's going fast.
Yes, you're going, yippee.
And then they said, Ethan, Andrew, McCollum. And I went, all right, let's get out of here. Free traffic. Tate Reynolds returned for graduation yesterday. He was there.
Did he?
Yeah.
Did he? Okay.
I asked Ethan, I go, tell me if Tate's in that line. I was just curious because he's been at Clemson.
Yeah.
He left.
Well, they're done
early.
at Clemson, I'm sure, with their schooling right now.
Well, they're in the SEC baseball tournament. Now, he's not playing baseball this year. He hasn't been in any games and stuff like that. But that's what I wondered because they're right in the middle of the SEC tournament.
Right.
But obviously, he graduated early. He took summer classes and got enough to graduate. So that's why he left at the end, in December after that. But, yeah, he did come back and walked and everything. So
did Ethan say that he's a nice guy?
Yeah. He doesn't know him well, but he was in a couple classes with him and stuff and things like that. He wasn't mean or anything. He wasn't rude or anything, which sometimes, right, with the high, you got to wonder about that.
He didn't bully Ethan?
No. Me and Tate would have had words if that was the case.
No, you wouldn't have. Tate would have ripped you a new one.
Dude, he's a prototypical quarterback, man. He's just 6 whatever. Solid muscle.
6'2", about 225.
Bronze god out there. No, I know other people that know him too. Like I know his left tackle. We're friends with that family this year and stuff. So no, I got to hear of his interactions with the schoolmates. Stuff. He seems like a great kid, actually.
Good.
So hopefully,
that's always good to hear.
Well, a lot of times, especially quarterbacks here in Arizona, the quarterbacks come out with kind of crappy attitudes and crappy reputations on how they treat their friends and stuff like that. So it is really good to hear that he's not that way and stuff like that. It really is.
So did Did Ethan come home last night and find all this stuff packed? And,
no, he's over this morning. He walked in about an hour ago. I saw it. Now he's wondering, like, why is my room cleaned out?
How come all the stuff is in the garage?
Why is there a moving truck here? No, he went back to his mom's last night. So that's what was weird about it was they had him in the morning, and they took him there, and then we saw him there, obviously, and then he went home with them. So it was like nothing for us, just a standard whatever. But it is weird, 2:30. I was thinking about it because it's like, man, you're used to these like 6, 7 o'clock start times with the heat and stuff like that, and you're not getting home at 10, 11 and whatever. And I'm like, man, we stopped for dinner, and it's like, man, it's 5:30. What do we do now?
Where was the dinner?
We went to Ireland, chose Rudy's.
Is that
the barbecue place?
Okay.
Yeah. So Ireland, she's gonna get mad at me for saying this. The other day she had her doctor's appointment on Wednesday. That's why the pit stop's coming up today, folks, as well. But Ireland had an orthodontist appointment, and they put a tighter bracket on for her braces, and they tied her band. So her mouth's killing her. She has to eat soft things and stuff. So I go, you pick. So baked potato and turkey is what we went for yesterday.
Okay. So why's Autumn going to be mad?
Huh?
Why's Autumn going to be mad?
No, I'm sorry. Ireland's going to be mad. Talking about our braces and everything.
Well, both my daughters had it's almost like.
I never had braces.
Yeah, but in this generation,
yeah.
My dog, like a buddy of mine back in Ohio who's a major donor to Ohio State football, he's an orthodontist.
Yeah.
I said, you guys, you orthodontists, you're like guaranteed. Aaron Rodgers has $25 million guaranteed. You have a guaranteed contract. Every kid this day and age has braces.
Yeah. Ethan just got rid of his, and his payment stopped. But $105 a month. Out for both kids a month. For multiple years.
It's crazy.
And Ireland's probably got another year or two left.
Yeah.
Too. And it's just like, man, you guys are nuts. So I think I've told that story. I used to golf in this like golf tournament thing in Palm Springs, and one of the guys was a dentist. That he would literally just go live in Hawaii for like a month and a half in the summer, 2 months. But then he was smart. He just pro bono dental work for underprivileged kids and people that didn't have dental care.
Could write it off.
Yeah, so basically he wrote off his whole Hawaii trip. The guy was just like, he's like, I dropped $1 million yesterday. Oh well, I'll make that up. I'll make that up tomorrow. It was just nauseating. Yeah. The guy was nauseating to be around. Super nice dude. Well, actually, he was kind of a jerk, to be honest with you. Didn't say a super nice guy. Kind of a jerk. So that was fun. It was good yesterday. It was quick, about 90 minutes or so. Good speeches. They did something weird, though. His principal's really good in public speaking. Yeah. The Queen Creek superintendent, not so much. My buddy there, who doesn't return phone calls, has other people do it. I booed him the whole time. I didn't really. Principal's really good with the kids and speaks to them. I like him a lot and stuff and everything. So it was fun, man. It was a good time. But they did something different. Have you ever seen this before? So the students that go up and talk, right?
Valedictorian.
But then the senior president of whatever, all that stuff, go up and talk. They literally called up a teacher of theirs to come up on stage, and then they presented them with the tassel, whatever, and they recognized a teacher that meant something to them to get to that point. I've never seen that in a graduation. Is that a new thing? Have you ever heard of that?
I have not heard of that.
Yeah, it's weird. I was like, is this a new thing? Not weird. It's nice. Autumn kept going, it's nice. I'm like, it's nice, but
see again. How many times is Ethan going to graduate? How many times is Ethan going to graduate? Hopefully twice.
Hopefully one more.
Hopefully twice. You can spend a couple hours there for crying out loud.
Man, I'll say this, man. The seats in that basketball stadium are stupid ridiculous.
They're not made for big men.
It is ridiculous. My knee, like the poor lady in front of me, she had a perfect view of the stage and my knees in her peripheral.
Yeah.
My dad's taller than I am, so like he's even like harder in those seats. But then at one point I had to go to the bathroom. So after they called Ethan's name, I was like, all right, I'm going to run up to the bathroom real quick. So I get up and I have to crawl over all these people that don't fit in their seats, and I get up there and I get to the top and I'm like, dude, my back hurts. Like, what the heck? What's this nerd barking for? So I was like, I'm just standing up here. I'm not going back down. I'm just standing up here.
Text everybody. I ain't coming back down.
I'm not sitting in those seats again. But Dale, funny thing happened yesterday. I am standing up there, and they don't let you stand in the aisles. They were like Nazis about it. They're like, yo, you have to move over here. So I'm just walking. I was smart. I'm just walking back and forth on the concourse. Instead of being out in the thing, I'm standing there while they're finishing up calling names and stuff to that effect. And then this dude looks at me. He's up in the ADA section, and where the handicap seats are. And the guy looks at me. Like, I went by him, came back, went by again, and he looks at me. And he doesn't say like, "Hey, do you need help finding your seat?" Anything like that. No. Dale, you know what he does? He pulls the seat out and goes, "You can sit here if you'd like to rest." How insulting, man. If that guy wasn't 80 years old, I would have had words.
Guy's trying to help you out.
I go, oh, no, it's okay. My back hurts from these chairs, so I'm just walking back and forth right now. But I'm just like, you looked at me and went, this guy needs a chair.
He probably would lean over to his wife and go, this guy needs a break.
No, he was a worker there. He was one of the workers there. But no, it was just funny though. I kind of like giggled when it happened. I was like, oh, I'm at that age where that guy thought I needed a chair to sit down at.
Maybe he was watching your gait.
He's like, that guy's starting to wobble there a little bit. Guy's starting to wobble there a little bit.
How long was the entire ceremony?
90 so minutes.
Oh, that's for 450 people?
Oh, yeah. It was 400 and something graduating. It's a small class. You could tell when you walked in, man, the chairs. You're like, this is tiny. This is a tiny class and stuff like that. Yeah, it went quick. They named the names off quick. More speakers than I remember graduations having. But you got to fill the time somehow when you only have 400 and some names.
Well, especially if you're going to call them double time.
Yeah, no, it was quick, man. I was like, they didn't even like breathe. They go back and forth. Like, as soon as one was done, the next one was going and stuff like that. So it was a lot of fun, man. It was a good time, obviously. My first graduation for one of my kids. I have one more coming up in 3 years. Ireland was like, that was boring. I ain't coming to my graduation. I was like, whatever. Went outside, got pictures taken. I haven't posted any of them yet because I was dealing with other stuff last night and things, so I didn't get them posted yet. Autumn's like, am I posting these? Because she does all my posting for me on her page and then just tags me so everybody can see it. But then, Dale, this annoyed me too.
Oh, no.
And I'm going to start a fight here, folks. Are you ready?
No.
You ready for this? I might not be back on Tuesday. By the way, we're taking Monday off. Memorial Day weekend. So we'll be back on Tuesday here as well. We're just going to shut down the whole studio on Monday. Give everybody an extra day off and take some breaths here. So no Monday shows and stuff. But Dale, we get outside. We do the pictures. It's me and Ethan. Me, Ethan in Ireland. My mom, my dad with Ethan. Me, my dad, and mom with Ethan. All of that stuff. And Autumn's taking them. Me, Autumn, and Ethan, all that. Me, Autumn, Ethan, Ireland, the combinations. Autumn's going through them afterwards. And she goes, none of you guys smile in your pictures. Like, oh, rude like. I was like, yeah, that's our way. You and Dale. I go, you and Dale. I actually got a little angry about it.
It's a travesty that you don't smile.
And the best part is she pointed it out because then she's all.
Yeah.
Rest of all.
You guys take pictures like you all have hemorrhoids.
I say, I go, we're a perfect like 1800 Westerns family. Those old pictures?
Oh,
where they took forever, where they just sit there?
Where life is tough.
They're all grizzled.
Yeah.
They have to sit there for 4 hours waiting for the bulb to go off.
You are I don't understand that.
It was so funny.
Graham and Beckett smile for pictures. They're 6 and 4. Avery's about to start smiling for pictures.
It was funny.
Autumn, I am so with you. And I'm sorry, but you made the choice.
So she didn't know it early on.
Yeah, you did.
She was way suckered in before she realized what was happening.
Your dad doesn't smile?
Oh no, my dad's no. When I was growing up, everybody was like, "Your dad hates me," and I'm like, "Nah, that's just the way he looks."
Your mom?
No. She's angry. Just kidding, Mom.
Was your sister?
No, nobody else. No family. I don't know why my sister didn't go. She doesn't do anything but sit around doing nothing, complaining about taking shots at me about my EV online.
Yeah, she's probably home. Well, she's probably sitting at home going, "I wonder if Steve's going to park his car, charge it while he's at graduation."
They have chargers at the ASU thing. I could have parked that. Yeah, but it was. Hey, Kobe, you got something in your email. Check your junk folder. I sent it from a different deal if you could, and get that ready. Get that up when it's ready, Kobe. But no, it's my sister. No, everybody, people couldn't get off work, or like my niece was gonna come with her 2 kids, but the kids were still in school. Like it was just a thing, you know. It was a thing. So it was just us.
Can't take an afternoon off to celebrate Ethan?
2:30 is a weird time. I'm willing to forgive that.
Yeah.
Throw it up. Here we go, Dale. This is what we're talking about right here.
None of you are smiling.
Autumn is. Kobe says there's a slight smirk.
Wow.
I didn't give him the one with my dad or anything, but it's just, that's it. There you go, Dale. For you, that was for you.
Looks like they're getting Brazilian waxes or something.
Trust me, we've never been happier in that moment. Never been more proud in that moment.
Oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm. Then the weird thing happened. Dare I say, I talk about this on air. It was requested that me and Ethan's mother get in a picture together.
Oh.
I looked at her and I go, I know this isn't kosher, but it's being requested. Let's get this over with.
And?
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Did you smile on that one?
I had middle fingers up. I don't know if I smiled now. I didn't even look at that one. That one, in my mind's been burned.
Oh, goodness. So different. If I wasn't smiling, well, first of all, I was on the board, I think, when Hillary smiled, so I got to present her the diploma.
Yeah.
But if I didn't smile at pictures afterwards.
We were smiling. Never been happier, Dale. Never been prouder in the moment. It was hot out there, though. By that point, it was hot out there.
Oh, stop. You're outside for 20 minutes, and you're back in the air-conditioned car.
I don't know, because I cognizantly remember, trying to smile.
What?
But there's a lot of pictures being taken, though. So, you're like, oh.
Just have a smile. Lock it in. Smile. Oh, over here. Over here.
Lock it in.
Over here. Steve, look over your shoulder.
Look, I was trained that when I'm on the red carpet, you just look. And then you go back again.
Give one more cursory look to the underlings.
Mm-hmm. You just do a standard look. That's what I've always been trained at, Dale. I've always been told to do that.
Well, I don't know who trained you, but
professionals at red carpets when people are calling your name all the time. Because I go to those all the time. Probably got 3 of them this weekend as well. So yesterday worked out good. It was a fun time. It was a good time. Enjoyed it.
Congratulations to Ethan.
Yeah.
When does he start work?
You know what? Well, because the whole plan was he was going to graduate, come work with us here. Editing stuff and doing some graphic stuff and he could produce all that stuff and everything. So it was always just like, oh, he's coming. But he hasn't said anything to me yet, so I don't know. And his mom the other day goes, he's coming to work for you for the summer, he told me. And I go, yeah. So I heard. I'm going to assume Tuesday, but don't quote me on that. I guess I'll ask him. He's got other things. I didn't push on him because obviously, Like, I was going to be like, you coming to work with me tomorrow, meaning today? And I was like, it's his first day
No,
off.
let him sleep in.
He gets to go and deal with that and everything. So, yeah, so I didn't worry about it. So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see when he comes around here. Yeah. Uncle Lou took care of him yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was pretty funny. Lou yesterday's like, man, make sure he knows it's from me. Make sure I'm proud of him for graduating high school. It's a big moment and everything. So then I gave him the gift and everything, and Ethan's like, okay, thanks. And I'm like,
that's why I'm waiting until he comes in to give him his gift, and I'm gonna look him dead in the eye.
Well, that's the weird thing too. And then Dale, it was funny because I go, keep in mind the kid's mom doesn't watch this show. I don't think I'm gonna find out if she does after my last comment. But I go, hey, this is from Uncle Lou, and I literally hear this, who's Uncle Lou? And I go, don't worry, Ethan's just got some gambling money. I just walked off. I'm like, it's the guy that comes on my show. Don't worry about it.
I'm sure she'd say that if he said this from Dale. Who's Dale?
That's so funny. The weird thing that happened yesterday, Dale. Well, let's get through some positive stuff first before I tell you how weird of a day it was. There is a situation that happens with my family, mainly me, but other people in my family as well, that is weird. And I thought about this during this week. And I'll tell you what this is coming up. It's not an exaggeration. It is an interesting dichotomy of what happens to me in my life, my whole life. And I'll tell you about that in a minute, but it's kind of depressing. So we're going to talk about the positive comments here on YouTube. Don't forget, follow us, TME Media AZ on YouTube. Robert says, so you're saying Tate is like Jefferson from Fast Times. I vaguely remember that reference and everything, but yeah, basically. I don't remember why he came back, but no, I think it's not that he was there because obviously you want to graduate and walk. It's a big moment, even if you are projected to be a superstar college athlete and stuff like that. I'm not surprised. I'm just more surprised because the baseball program's in the middle of the SEC tournament. Now, it's easy to say, hey, if he was starting this weekend, different story, right? I don't know. Is it a different story? I don't know. Or you just give him the time off to come back? That's the question.
Well, do you have any idea what his plan is? Is he hoping to play football and baseball, or does he go there on baseball, or does he go there on football?
I heard he was only okay. I haven't talked to him specifically about it, or his parents, or nobody. This is my thoughts of what I've talked to people around, just being at the school and talking to people.
Right.
And people talk to me. When you do this business and people find out, they'll just walk up to you and just share information about, and you're just like, oh, okay, And so it is fascinating to see. But so this is just purely speculation. I want to be clear on this. He was always going there for baseball. He wants to play in Major League Baseball. That's his dream.
Okay.
I was reading around December time. He's not going to play baseball this season. He's focusing more on football, meaning the spring camps and stuff like that. He's got the chance to win the starting job there. Because Dabo doesn't bring in transfer portal quarterbacks, transfer portal players. He can go win that job potentially. He can go win that job if you think about it. So I think right now he's focusing more on football. To be honest with you, but I haven't followed it. I haven't talked to anybody. I certainly didn't talk to anybody yesterday. So I don't know. It's purely speculative on my
It's got to be weird because if you go there in January, baseball's already been going on.
Yes.
So you're not going to be plugged into a top 20 program in end of January.
Unless you're no, but you can DH, not DH, but you can go into relief games and get some time. I had heard and I had seen, and I do know that he was never playing this year in baseball. He was just going early. So it's more of a football type thing. So it'll be interesting to see. I did notice. I was looking at him though, just because, what's it been like? Because you know this, and that was different back when you were there. But your high school workout regiment's completely different from Division I football workout regimen.
especially back then. It's probably a little bit closer now, but still different.
Yeah. Well, just the food, right? What they want you eating and
Training
stuff like that. It's got to be. You can get prep for that all you want in high school. You're getting there. You're stepping up 3 levels because you're going up against. Here you're going up against maybe 2 350-pound linemen that run 3-second 40 or something like that with that speed in a game. I'm talking about. I know they're all throughout the valley, but in a game, you're at Clemson. You have a whole defensive line built of those guys and stuff like that. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see, but it was good. It's good. It's good to see. I'm just more happy he was able to come back and walk and do all that.
Well, that's why I've always said this. At the end of the day, your senior year should be, especially the second semester. You only have one of those.
Well, that's why I was shocked he left.
Yes, and
Queen Creek baseball was they ended up losing. But they were the number 1 seed too. So when he played baseball, he could have been on a championship team this year. Who doesn't want to celebrate that? So to not play and go that route I thought was kind of shocking because I agree with you.
As an older guy, I would always encourage the kid to finish out his year, just like some of these basketball players who have offers from Duke, Kentucky, Arizona, and UCLA. And they go, "Well, I'm going to go to a prep school."
Yeah, yeah.
Hey. Enjoy your senior year. Go to the prom. Have fun.
That's what I would think too. But we're different apparently. Got to get started early.
Yeah.
Got to get there and get your roots in and stuff like that. So yeah. Papa Mike says Rudy's is good. Excellent loaded baked potato. Absolutely. And everything. He also says never any aches and pains of a 48-year-old. I know, but I'm 49 now. Papa Mike.
What is going to happen to you at 50? Is this place wheelchair accessible?
It will be when I get down with it. Papa Mike says enjoy the day off on Monday. He says rest in peace to all the servicemen who are no longer with us. Absolutely. Yep. From that, keep in mind what this weekend's about, even though we have some fantastic racing coming up and stuff like that. He also says, servicewomen also. Yes. And everything. So Papa Mike does say that was a really nice pick. I'm with Steve's family on the no smiling. See, not everybody has to smile all the time.
Have you seen Papa Mike?
yeah, actually.
Have you seen Papa Mike?
It's a shot there, Papa Mike. Yeah. Ethan says I was tired in all the picks. Yeah, I mean Ethan had a long day. I mean it's
2:30.
No, I know, but look, you go through all that. You have to get there an hour early. You're standing around. You got to line up. You're nervous. Don't trip when I walk in. I got to walk across the stage.
You're 18 years old. You should skip. Jeez, more excuses than I know what to do with.
He kept going, I'm hot, I'm sweating, because he had the robe on and all of his tassels from ROTC and
just don't
all
wear,
of that
stuff.
stuff.
Just don't wear anything underneath.
I didn't make him put his cap and gown on for those pictures, so that was the positive on top of it as well. Papa Mike says, congrats, Ethan, as well. And then Robert says, Jefferson only showed up on game day. Oh, that's what it was. It wasn't graduation. He didn't practice and stuff like that. Yeah. See, I don't. Fast Times at Ridgemont High, man. That is a stretch even for me. The reason why I won't go back and watch that show, by the way, is I can't stand
Spicoli.
I can't stand that human being, let alone that character. Drives me nuts. Yeah. He's not a bad guy. He tries to do the right thing. It's just
Sean Penn.
Yeah, I just don't like Sean Penn as a human. He's different, man. He's different. That's not a politics thing. I could care less about that. It's just he just rubs me the wrong way in so many different ways. Nauseating. But Dale,
who doesn't rub you the wrong way?
Let's take a quick break here, come back, and I'll tell you the history of my life. You guys will find it interesting with everything you see what happens to me. I'm convinced I'm true. And now it started with you.
Ethan?
Big moments get overshadowed.
I'm excited to hear this one.
Come on back, folks. The main event. And we're back here, main events on this Friday. Don't forget, 3-day weekend for us. We'll be back on Tuesday as well. But Dale,
Steve insisted Monday is Speedo suntanning day.
Today I go, I've been meaning to ask you, are we working Monday? And he goes, I'd rather have it off.
No, I said I'd rather have it off, Steve.
I could have put my foot down, huh?
I don't know. You'd probably miss me as slow as you are. Or hurt yourself. Or be like the New York Giants defensive lineman who tears an Achilles during mini camp.
Walkthroughs with their pads on.
Oh! Can you imagine that?
This is embarrassing, isn't it? Like, don't you just, you gotta feel worse, right? So, yesterday, big news hit yesterday. Before the graduation, we saw the news. Kyle Busch was in the hospital, and me and Ethan were texting about that while we were in the building, and he was over there, lined up or whatever. But there's this interesting thing that happens my whole life. It's what I remember. From my college graduation to my 21st birthday to big celebrate moments, whether somebody famous dies or like somebody family-wise dies in those moments. Like there's like literally a joke, like, really? Like Thanksgiving, I've had somebody die on Thanksgiving. And it puts a damper on your holidays, Dale.
I would imagine.
And your graduations and stuff. So it was funny. Earlier this week, I was like, let's just get through this with nobody hospital stays, no murders, no deaths, no nothing. I was literally thinking this like Monday, Tuesday. And yesterday you see Kyle Busch rush to the hospital. He's in the hospital. We find that out before. And then literally they start speaking. And I look down at my phone and I go, Kyle Busch just died. What? What the heck just happened? They just said he was in the hospital. They hope him a speedy recovery and stuff. So then I go to text Ethan. Ethan just covered NASCAR with us, right? So he was around him and stuff like that. So and Ethan had texted me. So I go to text Ethan, and Autumn goes, don't text Ethan. He doesn't need to know that now. Literally 3 seconds later, Ethan goes, Kyle died. Like in a text. So I show Autumn. I'm like, he knows. But I was distracted from that point on, man.
Well, and for people who are fringe race people or just other sports people, to explain who he is and what he meant to these.
Well, this is why I haven't come out and said anything. And the pit stop, I'm going to do a tribute later for him, kind of my thoughts on it. I don't know how to explain this to you, to the people out there. This is my problem with it. If you've watched the pit stop at all, I do not like Kyle Busch. But one of the best race car drivers of all time. So you can put those two separate and things to that effect. It's not that he's a jerk to me. It's not anything to that effect. I don't like the way he raced. I don't like what he did in the race car. I don't like that type of stuff. So I have a remarks, and I don't know how to express the thoughts on this without going negative, because you don't want to go negative, right? In this type of a situation, nobody wanted this to happen or whatever. So that's where I'm struggling with coming to the words on it. Just a week ago, Dale, I was bashing this guy in the race car for being a pompous asshole. And so now it's like, I'm like, he needs to just retire, get out. I was literally saying that a week and a half ago on the racetrack because he would yell at people. Nothing was ever his fault, stuff like that. So literally I'm floored. First of all, this would be like, I'm going to use Michael Jordan, but I know that's another step up, but this is just like a superstar of a sport. Just one day you wake up and when they're still participating, he raced last weekend, was doing racing stuff on Tuesday night with his kid, who's, I don't know how old he is now, 9, 10, who I've met also, stuff like that. Literally Tuesday night. And then you wake up and he's just gone. It's flooring no matter who it is. And a guy at this capacity, at this level, he's come down the last couple of years. He's not the superstar he once was and stuff like that. That I was thinking about it yesterday as well. So, I mean, he's the winningest NASCAR race car driver.
That's what I was going to say. I thought I heard on ESPN last night they were going over his accomplishments, and he did multiple. Like, did
Well,
he do like NASCAR and something else?
Well, he did truck race. He races the truck race, dominates the truck race. One of the best truck race drivers, when he was coming up from Las Vegas of all places. So he's a West Coast. Most NASCAR guys are East Coast guys.
Yeah.
You started to see in the early '90s with guys coming from California. Kyle Larson's from California and Las Vegas. He's got an older brother that had a lot of off race problems that raced in NASCAR. That, quite frankly, we all thought would be gone long before Kyle would be, with his issues and stuff like that.
Right.
234 wins, the most NASCAR races ever. Now, that's over all of the entities. 63 Cup wins, which is the big boy, the big one that you see on Sundays. 102 O'Reilly wins, which is that next step down, and 69 truck wins. He got his 69th one just last weekend in Dover. On the Truck Series. Like, he just won in the Truck Series last Friday.
Wow.
This is, in NASCAR's a sport where, because I saw a couple people say, this was the biggest loss since Dale Earnhardt, when he died back in early 2000s. Here's why they're different. They're different for a lot of reasons, but the main difference is this. You lose a NASCAR guy who's on the track, not that you expect it, but you understand it. Oh, he died in a wreck.
Right.
That's easy to come to grips with. I saw it come out today. I heard yesterday, because obviously we know people in NASCAR. And so I didn't want to say anything about this, but I did see it be reported by some national guys that are beat writers on the thing. He got in the simulator yesterday. NASCAR guys get in simulators, they run the courses that weekend, and they worry about setups and stuff like that during the week. From what I've been told, and I've seen reported today, he got in his simulator yesterday, meaning he was perfectly healthy. Sat down, strapped in, doing the simulator, just didn't get out of it. Just stopped moving. They had to rush him to the hospital. Gone at that time. That's how fast it happened yesterday. It's just shocking news. Shocking news.
Again, I heard little bits and pieces. I heard all those numbers last night, and to a guy who doesn't really understand that.
That's why I'm putting him towards a Michael Jordan. So those of you that know Michael Jordan, this would be like Michael Jordan. Even if he was with the Wizards, he's like, oh, Michael Jordan played last night, and then today he's not here.
Yeah.
And you're expecting him to play that night. We're expecting him to race this weekend.
The other thing I heard was a race or two ago where he radioed his crew and said,
"Yeah, Watkins Glen. He's had a sinus issue and stuff like that.
Okay.
That happens. See, I'm careful on that. So Watkins Glen is a road course, had lots of ups, downs, and he was not feeling well in that. Race car drivers, more often than not, they have on-place medical people. Some drivers will get out of cars and they can't walk because their body's all cramped up because they're dehydrated.
Right.
And they have things to do it, but sometimes they break and stuff like that. People are lunching onto that 10 days ago he called for a doctor. The reason why I'm not big on that is because he raced last weekend, was doing stuff Tuesday night with his kid, racing and stuff to that effect. That was just in that car. He just wasn't feeling well in that car in that moment. That's what I put it towards. I have no proof on that or anything. But I can also understand how people, especially non-NASCAR people, can go, 10 days ago he needed a doctor in the car? That's fairly normal.
Right.
In the NASCAR
Okay.
and stuff like that. The bigger thing is, though, and this is where it hits you. Pit stops being recorded today. I'm going to just tell you guys right now, the format of the show is, I already knew that he had moved on from us. The format of the show today is just focus on last week's race and this weekend's Indy 500 and the Coca-Cola. We're going to acknowledge that he's left us at the end of the show. I'm going to do a recording part on that at the end of the show. But I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. And it's simply because I've got to get I have the very high potential of saying something that just sounds absolutely horrible. And I don't mean it that way. It's just I don't know how to comprehend. This is so shocking to me, Dale. I can't comprehend how to take his antics side of it I didn't like to how great of a race car. I don't know how to even express that. So that's being avoided on the show today. I'll do something over the weekend where I have more time to sit down and and put my thoughts in it and stuff like that, because it's one of those weird situations, you know. And I don't want to be that guy that's like, oh, God, but he whined in his car all the time. And I listened to an interview this morning coming in on ESPN Radio, and some non-NASCAR people had a NASCAR reporter on, and they said, well, how did he change the sport for the better? She struggled to answer the question positively. Now, he's helped the sport, but to talk about Kyle Busch, you have to talk about the negative along with the positive. And it's in this situation, when you talk about the negative, it sounds like you're being negative against him. And now's not the time to be that way. I don't feel like it is. It was an interesting listening to a NASCAR beat reporter that's with them every week at every racetrack struggle to come up with the words so it didn't sound like you were bashing the guy.
Is the Bush family like they're all racers, like dad?
No, just the kids. Yeah.
Oh, just the kids.
Yeah.
Okay.
Him and his older brother.
I thought there was an older.
There's
Bush.
an older brother. Yeah, he retired a few years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, and stuff like that. But he had some off the race car. But Kyle Busch, I'll just put that Kyle Busch is one of those guys where he didn't like you if you were a competitor. He wanted to beat you. He wasn't friends with you at all. He didn't want anything to do with you if you were a competitor. He wanted to go beat you. He didn't want to be friends with you, which makes it hard to like you when you're traveling every week and hanging out with people and stuff like that. He's that type of personality of, I want everything to get better. But the way he sometimes expressed that betterness just grated on me like crazy. Like, stop bashing your pit crew, man, because they messed up. You've messed up 700 times in this race. They messed up once and you're blaming them? Like, knock it out. That's the stuff that drove me nuts about him. But he was a nice guy when you got him away from the racetrack. He would spend time talking to you and stuff like that. But in the battle of the moment, he was a hard guy to like. And he didn't care.
Well, but again, think about that. Name me a great athlete.
Mm-hmm. Michael Jordan wasn't well liked.
When you have the best, the best of the best, whatever he was, top 1% of your sport.
Yeah, and he at one time he's not today or was going into
right,
but he was for the longest time.
And name me a guy who's also super likable, and his competitors loved him, and everybody loved him.
He was the type of guy that wasn't afraid to tell NASCAR how they're screwing everything up.
Okay, see, again, I don't know any
publicly.
of that part. Yeah,
publicly. Like, a lot of guys will talk to him behind the scene. He'll just come out and be like, "This is the stupidest bloop 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 bloop," type of stuff. Okay. So, and that's what's interesting about him. Like, I saw an interview. I actually saw like a week. I hate Sean Hannity. I can't stand him. But Sean Hannity has a podcast now, and he was on that. And I listened to that. And Sean was like, "Do you hang out with other drivers?" And he goes, "No." He goes, "I'm there to beat them. I'm not there to be friends with them." And he's like, "When I went to the racetrack as a kid, I didn't go to the racetrack to be friends with people. I went there to win, and this stuff." So it's a weird thing where, and that's like kind of what you said, to be a superstar athlete and then everybody likes you. It's a weird. He was a great
name one. I mean, again, think about that. Michael Jordan.
Yeah,
he's legendary for finding. I don't like the scowl on Steve's face when he walks in.
He attacked Steve Kerr in practice because Steve Kerr was
he punched him.
Hard.
And so to have this misnomer, Michael Jordan is fine and nice and dandy. No, he was an unbelievable competitor. Tiger Woods at the height of when he was good.
Not like.
Now he became
by his competitors.
Yeah, he kind of became more likable, and then he stopped winning.
Yeah, well, exactly. Yeah. And that's the thing about him. Like, because I was just sitting there yesterday thinking, like, oh dear God, just literally a week ago, I did 10 minutes on the show of what just an unappreciative craphead this guy is to his team and everybody. I literally did that like a week and a half ago.
Now, see that in itself is weird. That publicly you take shots at your guys.
Yes.
At your guys.
Yeah. No, that was the thing. He was complaining that they couldn't get the setup right for him. And he's like, I don't understand why we're not going forward. And the guy's like, hey, man, settle down. Like his guy goes, hey, man, settle down. And he says something like, don't tell me, he's like, don't tell me to settle down. We need to fix this crap. Blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, what a jerk. This guy's trying to help you get better on the racetrack, and you're just being a jerk to the guy, and stuff like that. But at the same time, you can appreciate he wanted things to get better. He didn't handle it the right way type of deal. But that's where I'm struggling with this. But, I mean, it was just a shocker, It's just 41 years old, literally hops into a simulator yesterday, perfectly fine, and just doesn't get out. If you would have wrecked on a racetrack and left us racing in a racing environment, yeah, it still sucks, but you can handle that because you're like, unfortunately that's sport. Sometimes they don't get out of cars, right? For it to be off the track in his prime, only 41 years old, reportedly only a sinus thing. If he didn't have, like, there's all these rumors he's been in the hospital for a week, folks. He was at an Andretti racing thing on Tuesday night, racing the indoor race cars with his kid on Tuesday night.
Yeah, you think about the wife and 2 kids. And
young kids.
Yeah.
One, he's been traveling the country with his kid, getting into racing with the dirt tracks and the small mini carts and stuff like that. He's been traveling the country with him to do it, so they've spent a lot of time together. Just recently had a kid, a girl as well, who's even way younger now and stuff. Now, like you said, the wife, the 2 kids, and stuff to that, and then you got that side of it as well. It's just terrible situation. It's shocking for those of you that don't know NASCAR. Only way I could put it, now he wasn't the best of all time in NASCAR. He's not going to be viewed as a Dale Earnhardt or anything to that effect.
Is he a top 5 guy?
Oh, he's one of the best competitors out there. Easy. Before.
Yeah.
Last couple years since he's moved on.
But you just said he just won something.
Well, it's a truck race. Yeah, just won a 69 truck race. Yeah, last week and everything. This is the scary thing here. Kobe, we're going to go to break early here. We'll come back and get the second hour here. But I want this segment to end with this from after the race. So, Kobe, just to give programming to Kobe. Kobe, we're going to play this video after I set it up and just go straight to commercial break, if you would, afterwards. So, Dale, last week they were racing at Dover. He wins the truck race. 69th truck win. Now, truck's the third one down. He enjoys racing them. He owned a truck team for a lot of years. Sold off on it after and stuff like that. Dominant in the truck series. We told you O'Reilly series. Little kid from Las Vegas makes it in big time into racing. But he wins last week in the truck series. Goes out there, dominates the race, gets the win. He was racing with Kyle Larson, and they were racing to get that win. This is last Friday. Gets out of the car. They interview drivers after the car. I cut it off after he says one specific thing here. He obviously goes on and thanks the fans and stuff like that and whatnot. But he gets done with this racetrack, and we'll come back in the second hour of the main event here and get back to the local sports and stuff to that. But, Dale, when this stuff happens, man, I get weirded out because this is just the timing from what he says here to what has happened this week. You kind of just have to sit back and be like, well, he doesn't know, but this is like weirdness that happens. So here we go. Kyle Busch, after winning the truck race last week at Dover, and we'll be back for the second hour main event coming up next.
And a bow in front of the fans that are all on their feet down here at the Monster Mile. And Michael Waltrip said earlier in the race that a confident Kyle Busch is a dangerous Kyle Busch. Your 69th victory in this series, your 5th right here. Why do these moments never get old, Kyle?
Because you never know when the last one is, so...
And we're back here. Second hour main event. Move on to happier things out there. And like I said, the pit stop, have no fear for those of you that don't want to delve on that. We're going to do a regular show. A regular show's done. We're going to get it out later today. And then I'll do something separate. We'll get it up, of course, over the weekend when I can process that on my own as well going forward. But it is creepy there how, it's just an interesting thing when you say that and then your time comes shortly after that. I don't know how else to put that into words here. So we'll try to get back to regular programming here as well into the sports world. And let me just check. I'm just looking here real quick. Oh, yeah. Robert says, Kyle Busch did have a punchable face, but won a lot. Yeah, obviously 41 is super young to go as well. So then Star Wars, Mandalorian, and Grogu opens this weekend. Dale, are you going to go see that?
I am going to be the no.
You want to go see me? We're going to go see it with me and Ethan?
No. Zero interest.
It should be good.
No.
Yeah.
I tell you what, real quick, I did take, on a happier note, I did take Graham. Brooke and I took Graham the other day. He still hadn't used his birthday gift card because he got 92,000 gifts at his birthday. So we took him to this Lego store. He's into Legos.
You guys are setting this kid up to expect 92,000 gifts and the gifts get more expensive as he gets older.
Like, oh my God! So we go into Brooke got
so
him
he went to the Lego store.
A Lego store. Did I already tell you this?
No, but I heard it yesterday on Holmberg.
Okay.
No, but go ahead, though, because it's kind of fun. Because I agree with you on this.
I never did Legos growing up.
I very rarely did.
So some of my friends had Legos. I had zero interest in them. They weren't a thing for me. Not that they were bad, good, whatever. It didn't interest me. To this day, I'm not a builder. I'm not a.
I used to make a beautiful steps. Just snap them on top of each other at an angle. That's the best I could do.
I'm done. All right. But we take him in there, and I'm walking around. He's walking around. Brooke's walking around. I'm looking at. I think we'd got him a $40 gift card.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So he could buy one Lego.
And we're looking at these things. I'm like, I look at this. Oh, that's kind of neat. Graham, what do you think about this? I look at the $99. I go, it's a puzzle. $99.
Yeah.
And you start looking around, and it's like, oh my gosh, everything's so expensive. And then so Brooke and Graham were walking around just checking everything out. And I said, I'm gonna go sit down. And enough of this nonsense.
Dale's like, I feel weak.
Yeah. I felt like
it's ridiculous.
I felt like Steve at graduation.
I one time bought a because I was like, oh man, because my kids were into Legos a lot and stuff like that. And one time I was like, ooh, they have the Ghostbusters. Oh no, they have the Batman, like the Main Lantern and stuff. And I'm like, I'm gonna get that, and it was like $100 or something.
Yeah.
And I got it. He's like, I got it out of the box, and I was like, I don't even know where to begin. Backs to back up, and who knows where it is now. I was just like, that's a
probably
waste
in
of
that
money.
room with your 3 TVs.
I was just like, this is stupid. I'm not going to be able to figure this out.
So I go sit down on one of the couches in there, and I'm just looking around and watching the workers that are just, there's something odd about them. And then I see the people start coming in. I'm like, oh, dear God. Is this what happens when you start doing Legos all the time?
It's a more nerdy side of things.
But these kids start walking in, and Brooke literally walks by me. She goes, don't look at them. Your face says everything.
Quit judging them.
Yeah, so I'm like, all right, well, I looked down at the ground. But it was kind of like an accident. It's like you look at the room, look at your phone.
You're making it more awkward by not looking at them.
And then you look at it, it's like, oh my gosh. But anyway, it'll be interesting. Hopefully,
I want the Legos.
Hopefully, it's a short-lived hobby, and he'll pick up.
What did he end up getting for $40?
So the $40. So they had these gently used Legos that they put into a bag.
That means some kids had them in their mouth and seized on them. And
They've been sanitized, Steve.
Yeah, I bet they have.
Um,
By the kids sneezing on them.
but they were like put into a bag. They weren't even sure if all the pieces were in there.
I know, yeah.
$10 a bag. It's like, ugh.
You should have called me, man. I would have splurged a little bit more for him. He's all putting together the oh my gosh, I just forgot the spaceship that.
Oh, they had some neat stuff.
Oh no, it's neat. So they do like whole cities now and stuff like that. You should have taken him down to the Lego Land place down at Arizona Mills Mall. You just have to shuffle in a hurry so you don't get stabbed or
I was
shot
going to say, I don't know.
getting in there, but that's fun for kids. That would have been fun for kids. You can only go with kids unless they have adult night, so you would have had an excuse to go in there. But they have a big Lego store when you leave that place too. Yeah. No, I'm not a Lego guy at all. Like, I like artistry stuff. I can't do it, but I like artistry stuff. But I look at people putting Lego. Like, I've been to Legoland in California.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, that's so cool. Somebody put together a lifestyle Darth Vader. And then I'm like, nerd. Time to move on with my life. Like, who had the time to do that? Who did that?
Unless you're getting paid for it.
Yeah, and I'm just like, I don't even want to get paid to do it. I'd rather work at I'd rather work at Taco Bell. That's insulting. But it's just like, what the heck? I know I'm on the Lego thing too. The problem is when I was a kid, you go to Walmart, you get Legos, a box of Legos for dirt cheap.
Right.
Now it's not like that anymore.
You got collector stuff, and you got this show and that show, and it's like,
you could get the
whoa.
At one time you could get the coffee place where the Friends people would sit in. I told you could get Batman, Wayne Manor, and Batman. Ghostbusters, the firehouse, you could get that.
Oh, well, they have all the Disney stuff, the characters there, and Graham loves puzzles. He could put together right now about 150-piece puzzle.
Yeah.
And all that. So
I used to have a friend, not a friend anymore because he was a nerd, bigger nerd than I thought. Just kidding.
Jeez.
But he used to buy like architectural buildings that are world famous. He used to buy all those and put them. He had like the Taj Mahal, like the Falling Water from that architect guy, and all of this stuff. And he just have them in he was single. Shocker.
You don't like him.
Probably
he's
still
a
is.
Nerd.
I can only put up with so much.
Jeez.
I'm just kidding. Papa Mike says Legos are crazy addicting to some. Says he bought his 17-year-old granddaughter a $200 puzzle, thinking it would take her a while to get this together. She was done with it that day and looking for more.
Yes. Graham will sit down in one 45-minute to an hour period and put it all together.
Really?
It's
with Legos. I don't. A regular puzzle, I can do that. But an actual puzzle. But Legos, I just never had it. My brain does not formulate that. And just a roof tile. Where's it go? On the roof. Oh, Dale, experiencing new things.
Yes.
With your grandkids. Going out there with the unwashed Legos, people. Have you been to Build-A-Bear yet and experienced that with your granddaughters?
I took Hillary and Kendall there. Back in the day.
When you have to pick it out, and get in the line, they stuff it, and then you got to get the dresses.
Did you take Ethan there, or did you take
Ireland?
Ireland. Did you get one too?
Of course. Dale, I still have it. It's packed away, but I still have it. I had one heck of a stuffed animal collection when I was a kid.
Well, there is the first explanation I've heard for some of the things that go on in the McCollum family.
I love me some stuff. To this day, I love me a good stuffed animal.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, you know why, Dale? They don't talk back.
Build-A-Bears do. They talk.
They do. They have heartbeats. You get hearts in them.
Yeah.
I was like, for extra $10, you can put a heart in it. You can hear its heart beating. And I'm like, who wants that? It is an interesting
Your Build-A-Bear says, "Shut up, Steve."
Like, oh, were you talking to me? Who else would I be talking to? You're out there. Jeesh. I made you. And they're like, no. The people at Build-A-Bear made me. Jerk.
Wow.
Hey, ASU won the baseball game last night. Fantastic baseball game last night. For ASU, they play West Virginia tonight at 8 p.m. Hey, I don't know. One of the best hitters in the game of college baseball last night kind of lit up the scoreboard. Let's check in with Hairston at a bat last night against Cincinnati.
Reached on 2 errors. 2 of the 4 Cincinnati errors. Oh, boy. Deep right. Goodbye home run. Number 28.
Boy, you can hear that.
And it's 7-1. Sundowns.
I love those metal bats.
Where's this being played?
Surprise Stadium, where the Rangers
Oh,
play
okay.
out there and everything.
Yeah.
Look at that crowd, obviously, hometown crowd.
Yeah.
Standard. And then
For you guys in Tucson that don't know, Surprise is
you missed down
not
into
too
this
far
guy,
from Tempe.
and it's a
About 40
real
minutes or so?
problem.
30 minutes, 40 minutes?
Depending on time of day.
Look
Think
at
he knew
that.
Wow.
28 home runs on the season.
Hit a 2-iron out of here.
Where he's at right there. What does that mean for him? Do you know?
Did he set a record?
Broke the single season ASU record of 28.
Who was that? Who held it before? Horner?
Horner, I do believe. Barry Bonds did not, shockingly.
Right.
He passed Barry Bonds earlier in the season. But they count postseason. I know, it's a little different, but yeah. So they play West Virginia tonight, 8 p.m. They win tonight. They go to the championship game tomorrow. They're going to make the regionals. It's just a matter, like I said, before the Big 12 tournament, they had them in the Oregon State regional, which you don't want to go to Oregon State and play. But not only that, Oregon State regional had another, they would have been the 3 seed going in. So maybe they can work their way up to a 2 seed. Which
No way of hosting one.
No, they won't be able to host one. They had a losing streak during the season that cost them that. They were on trend to do it, stuff to that effect. But you want to try to get to a 2 seed because that means you're the second best team in that side. You know, you have to face one good team out there. A 3 seed means you have to beat 2 good teams to get to that point here. But ASU baseball doing some good things out there. We'll see tonight. West Virginia's not a slouch. They did not play them in the regular season, by the way. So we'll have to see how that comes out as well. So ASU wins last night. Don't forget, Mountain West going on as well, continuing today and tomorrow over there at Sloan Park, for those of you like me that don't want to drive all the way to Surprise to watch some college baseball. I watched some of those games on the Big 12, man. This Big 12 is just fun baseball. Fun baseball. I enjoy it a lot. Football news really quick, Dale. We got some NFL stuff, and I have a question for you on an Arizona Cardinal. But if you're Aaron Rodgers today, are you mad that you only signed for $22 million?
I don't think you are, but if you're Jacoby Brissett, are you looking at your paltry salary and saying, are you kidding me?
Well, even more so, right? With Matthew Stafford and the Rams, 1 year, $55 million extension, worth up to $60 million in incentives. So he has 2 years and $105 million now remaining on his deal with the Rams.
Yep.
And he's retiring. He's probably retiring. The fact that they extended him out a year, 1, salary cap savings, but 2, that tells me he's at least telling the Rams or signaling to the Rams, I'd like 2 more years.
Or the Rams are doing the thing that really, really top-notch organizations do. Mm-hmm. We drafted your replacement in the first round. Sooner or later, he's going to be the starting quarterback, but we're going to do right by you, and we're going to toss you another $20, $30, $40, $50 million for what you've done for us.
Yes.
There's only a handful of organizations that do that.
But it's not. I'm not saying he's signaling I've got 2 years left in me. I'm saying he's telling them I'm done. I'm done definitely in 2 years. So whatever it might be this year. And then like you said, then the Rams are turning around and taking care of him. Yep. So there's no question mark or anything to that effect. And then it's just up to you what you want to do after that. But $55 million, man.
He didn't have to hold out a voluntary minicamp either, did he?
He's won more games than Jacoby Brissett did on his left pinky, man. I saw that number yesterday, and I was just like, wow.
Yeah.
Half that goes to L.A., though, because of taxes. So good for him. But we haven't talked about it too much with the Cardinals OTAs. Some more information. The rumors are out there that Josh Sweat isn't happy in the Cardinals organization. He, of course, didn't go to the OTAs and stuff to that effect. Why are the Cardinals hanging on to Josh? What's the incentive to hang on to Josh Sweat? His contract is movable. He did not sign a big dollar deal here with the Cardinals. Would you trade him? But would you trade him for and say I only want this value is all we'll take for him? Should Josh Sweat be on the trading block? Is my question for you, Dale.
Well, he's the only guy who smelled the quarterback last year. I mean, what did he have?
Problem.
11 sacks? 12
If you're
sacks?
the Cardinals, you don't want to lose that.
No.
And your defensive line on paper gets better this year with guys coming back healthy and stuff to that effect. They're coming back healthier. If you're the Cardinals, I don't see you wanting to get rid of them.
No. And now, again, I think you'll see a little bit more. I think this is a lot of to-do about nothing. I think once the mandatory minicamp comes along, and if these guys are holding out.
Yeah, but if he's disgruntled, even if he shows up, does a hold in, or does something like that, you're just setting it up to be weird. I'll put it this way. Unloading Josh Sweat, I don't think hurts you or helps you. Nobody's going to go, oh, you let one a generational guy, because you're not going to be good in theory for 2-3 years down the line. So unloading him now, you can sell it as we're getting value back for him, so we can pump it up at that point.
I don't think you can argue anything. He's your leading sack guy.
I know. I find this fascinating. The rumors are prevalent. Nobody can prove it, but nobody's said anything on either side. But it's just the rumors are out there. He is not happy. Now, some rumors already asked for a trade. Some already did not. Some were, he just doesn't like the way the organization's going. He wanted to play for Jonathan Gannon, not for anybody else. Would like to go to another team, but you don't know what's truth and fiction.
No, does he want to turn into a tight end and go play for him in Green Bay?
No, Gannon's a defensive coordinator in Green Bay.
Oh, is he Green Bay?
Yeah.
I mean, okay.
You were thinking of, what were you thinking of?
Your other guy who's going to light it up. In Western Washington, isn't it?
No, Lions.
Lions, yeah. Super Bowl bound.
Yeah, he gets to come back this year. I already made that. I already put that claim out last year with the schedule release. Drew Pensing's offense in the Lions is going to come here next year, and it's going to be just all over the place. Guys crisscrossing, long passes down the field.
Put up 50.
Dump off to the side there, and it's just
look up at Monty Ossenford Sweet and at Steve.
It's just gonna be the worst game. We're all gonna
taste that.
We're all just gonna sit there like this. Where was that last year?
Taste that.
Where was that at last year? My other question for you, we didn't get to talk about it with you yesterday. Just Aaron Rodgers announced this is his last season in the NFL. I, for one, can't wait. I'm just tired of that rain. I got the same way with Brett Favre at the end of his career where I just stopped caring. I don't care. Just go away. Go away. Just stop it. I felt that way about Aaron Rodgers the last couple of years. I said yesterday after you left, before Luke came on, I said Aaron Rodgers to me, unbelievable talent. If not the best quarterback to ever play this game in terms of talent, definitely top 2 or 3 talent-wise. But he underperformed in his career. Now, he got a Super Bowl, so you take that away from him, that criticism. But I personally think he's the one that's why the Packers didn't win 2 or 3 Super Bowls. Was because of the way he operates with his ego and doesn't listen to coaches at times. Always commanded the most money. Didn't care about spreading it around to his teammate, whereas Tom Brady did that type of stuff. And things to that effect. And then he would whine, you guys didn't give me enough players here. Well, because you took all the money. So, unbelievable talent, but I can't stand the constant that side of it. Especially as he's gotten older. I didn't say I got the shot. And it's just like, why are we having these conversations, man? I'm doing a darkness retreat. Why are you even telling us that? Because you want to make it about you.
Didn't you try? You said you're going to try one.
I'll try one, but you guys won't know about it until afterwards when it goes horribly wrong.
Steve comes back. He's smiling in pictures.
I'll say this. I'm smart enough to know I do not want to be locked into a dark room for a long period of time with just me and my thoughts. I'm smart enough to tell you guys that's disastrous. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm scared of what's going to happen.
You can guess it's not going to be good.
It's not going to be well.
You're not going to come back all of a sudden because you're given to every charity, you know.
It's not going to go well. It's not going to well. I'm smart enough to know that, Dale. Some people want to find out on their own. I have no desire. No desire for that.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
But your thoughts on Aaron Rodgers?
Again, a lot of the same thoughts. Hell of a talent, gives them a chance to win 10 games. It's fast. The story to me is fascinating. Is the last time that the coach and Aaron Rodgers got together, they didn't like each other. Now again, it's been a number of years now. They've both grown.
They were hucking it. They were chucking it up and giggling up a storm the other day.
Oh yeah, in minicamp. Now we'll see what happens the first time that Aaron Rodgers, audibles out of a play, throws a pick.
My most favorite video of him and McCarthy is Aaron Rodgers is standing in the huddle. And he's looking over, and he's going to Mike McCarthy. He's all. And he literally, because Mike McCarthy is probably saying run, because that's what he does. And Aaron Rodgers is saying, let's go deep. And Aaron Rodgers just goes, calls it, throws it deep. And Mike McCarthy's just this on the sideline. My favorite video of all time, late in the Packers' career, but that's what he does to you.
Yeah. I mean, but thing is, he's still. I'm with Colin Cowherd. He's still, in my mind, I haven't gone through it, but he's in the mid-teens as far as best quarterbacks in the NFL right now.
He could vie for an MVP this year if he puts a good enough season. I don't think so in Pittsburgh.
No,
but he's got the talent that if he was on an explosive offense, he would be in the MVP talk.
They have brought in a little bit more offensive line help.
He's got that. He's still got that talent. That's what I'm saying. It's one of those things we talked about it earlier with Kyle Busch. Unbelievable talent. But I look at him and I go, you could have been so much greater. I feel like the talent was wasted, and it actually makes me angry. It was wasted because you're a jerk. Let's put it that way, in Aaron Rodgers' case. It was wasted because it was about you and your selfishness, in my opinion. I mean, this is a guy that famously shunned his family.
When you're not talking to multiple members of your family, you got to look at yourself.
Yeah, when Dad's reaching out to you and you're not responding, you're the problem.
Yeah,
you're the problem.
So again, I wouldn't compare him to Bush because Bush seems his family loves him. It's his competitors that.
But Bush was doing it to make the sport and everything better. Aaron Rodgers, in my opinion, was just about Aaron Rodgers. You're not giving me enough wide receiver help. He leaves and goes to the Jets. Every freaking receiver on the Packers goes with him. I thought they weren't good enough for you, Tiger. It's just he wants to complain and bitch and not get things better. He just wants to be like, this isn't what you're doing for me. And it drives me nuts. It drives me batty. So I can't wait for him to be done. But this is the problem. All year long. And the Steelers have a lot of standalone primetime games second half of the season. If Aaron Rodgers is still playing, dear God, every game, no matter who they're playing, is going to be all about Aaron Rodgers. All about Aaron. Oh, look at Aaron Rodgers. Oh, Aaron Rodgers did this. Oh, did you see Aaron Rodgers do that? This is the last time we're going to see Aaron Rodgers. It's going to drive me nuts. It's going to drive me batty, Dale. Batty. Would you be happy playing with a guy like Aaron Rodgers, being an offensive lineman? Because if he does something wrong, he's blaming you. Even last year in Pittsburgh. We have guys that don't show up to practice and meetings and workout. Blah, blah. Just calls them out in public.
Well, if you don't, I don't mind that.
Yeah, but then it came out. They are showing up and everything and whatnot. It just he decided to just blame people that were being there.
Oh, see, again, I didn't follow it. I don't spend a whole lot of waking hours concerned about Pittsburgh right now or Aaron Rodgers, to tell you the truth. But
No, but he's been around long
Yeah.
enough that you know.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm actually the thing that I took away from his press conference the most was this will be his last year. And you know what? Next off season, he'll throw out a little hook.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
He's
There's
got that Brett Favre in him.
There's no way that he's going to sit down and give a tearful goodbye.
The worst part is some quarterback's going to drop back in preseason, take a hit, be out for the next 6 months, 3 months, whatever it is, and they're going to go, well, Aaron Rodgers is sitting at home. I'd give him a call.
Well, Phillip Rivers got a call last year.
I just can't wait for Aaron Rodgers to do what he's promised us all along. He said after he retires, you won't hear from him again. They're just going to disappear. Please come through with that promise, sir. I would appreciate it.
Yes.
But phenomenal talent. It just sucks he didn't win more. I actually, like I said, I actually blame him for a lot of that. For maybe it's irrational. I don't know out there. Throw up the NBA bracket for me, if you would, Kobe. There. By the way, Jeff Van Gundy is a finalist for the Trailblazers head coaching gig. When's the last time he coached?
I was going to say, how long has he been out of the game?
Yeah, I'll tell you that. 2007 was his last time he coached. What are you doing?
2000 what?
7 with the Rockets.
2000, not 17.
No, 7. Last time he coached. That Portland owner is the cheapest billionaire I've ever seen in my life.
Well, I've heard he's been laying off people and cutting costs. And
No, he didn't let half the people that normally travel with him to Phoenix for that play-in game, didn't even send them down here. Checked him out of the hotel early, so they had to go sit in the ballroom because he didn't want to pay for the extra checkout time and everything like that. Yeah, the dude's a cheapskate. He wants to move him. So he's probably setting it up for that. But I think he's more like the Oakland A's owner. Cheap son of a gun.
Why buy a team then?
That's what I don't get. Why are you put $2 billion? And he even said, he goes, I have no problem with people criticizing me because I'm not going to spend an extra couple $100 million. And I'm just like, now you're kind of knocking people that don't have a few $100 million, like, 'cause you guys don't know what it's like because I'm so important. But anyway, yeah. Jeff Van Gundy's a finalist for that position.
That makes zero sense.
Yeah, good luck with that, right? New York Knicks lead 2-0 in that series, Dale.
Whoa.
Cavs are in trouble.
All of a sudden, we got the 72-73 New York Knickerbockers.
All of a sudden, all playoffs long.
Yeah.
I was worried.
They went 7 games against Orlando, or who was that against?
The Raptors.
Raptors.
Yeah. No, they go 7 with the Raptors? I thought they won at 4-2. I don't remember. I can't see that.
Well,
screen
6 or 7.
there. Yeah.
Now they're winning games double digits.
No, the Knicks played the Hawks. It was 4-2.
Okay.
Cavs went 7 against the Raptors. Yeah, whatever we were talking about.
Yeah.
I'm not paying attention. Yeah. Oof, 190. I was worried last night, the Cavs, because you lose a 22-point lead that late.
Yeah.
You're worried about your mentality the next game, and then you're on the road on top of it and stuff like that. You better learn how to win quickly, though, Cavs, or you're in a lot of trouble. By the way, Knicks went on an 18-0 run last night. So they went on that 22 comeback win, 18-0 run last night to take the lead and kind of take care of that. First of all, James Harden, dude, he can't defend a cold right now. Ever, I don't think. But his defense makes me mad.
Well, and you've got New York finding ways to isolate him.
They're attacking him. Their coach. That's the other. Their coach said after game 1, "Oh no, we're attacking Harden," basically saying he can't play defense.
Right.
And we're going after him. So you would think the Cavs would devise some defensive plan to stop that from happening, and they were like, "Go get him, Harden. We're with you." I think the Cavs are in a lot of trouble moving forward here as well. Then tonight, Dale, we've got the Thunder Spurs from San Antonio tonight. I'm looking forward to this.
Should be a hell of a series. I could see this going 7.
Does that like let's just say the Knicks finish off the Cavs. Let's just say 5 because sweeps are hard. Let's just say that. And Thunder Spurs go 6 or 7. That'd be an extra day or two. It's not a huge.
Yeah, it's not going to be
break.
10 days.
It's not a huge break, but does that fall into the Knicks' favor with a little bit of rest in that?
Well, here the thing is, the NBA Finals, they're already etched
Yes.
in stone.
Yes.
I don't know when they start, but they have to give a date to start those.
It's a few days after a Game 7
Right.
would play. So if you did do a Game 7, you would have a few days off. I don't know. It's fascinating.
I think,
how I wonder.
again, I think this is mid-'90s NFL to where the Eastern Conference is the AFC, the Western Conference is the NFC, and whoever wins the Thunder Spurs series is going to
Oh, it's the championship. Yeah, it's definitely the championship. Dare I say it, Thunder or Spurs? I think they're beating the Knicks. If it's not a sweep, it's 5-game series. That's what I'm seeing right now.
I could see it be 5 or 6.
The Knicks can score a lot, but the Thunder defense and the Spurs length is going to be an issue for the Knicks in my eyes. So that's what we're looking at this weekend. Just so you guys know, Knicks Cavaliers are on Saturday. Sunday, you have the Thunder Spurs there again in that series. And then Monday, because we're off Monday, Knicks Cavaliers on Monday as well. So we could have one of these series wrapped up.
Tell me this.
We come back on Tuesday.
I know the last half hour of the show we'll talk a lot of my favorite team and all of sports, but talking about hockey, could there be a world where Carolina and Colorado don't make it to the Stanley Cup Finals?
Yes.
There could be a world.
There's a distinct possibility.
What? Well, what did Lou say yesterday?
Lou's high on Montreal. Mm-hmm. He's like Montreal the whole playoffs.
I thought he took Carolina and Colorado.
He doesn't.
Early.
Oh no, Lou told us February, maybe. We got Montreal 14-1 odds to win the West or win the East.
Really?
Doesn't mean you do that because now that they're there, you can go on the off. You can hedge that bet on the other side now and stuff to that effect. But no, he's been high on Montreal for a bunch of time. I told him yesterday. I told you guys Montreal's. They're gonna win Game 1. I told you guys the Knights were gonna win Game 1 the other day. What's happening to the rest of the series? I don't know. I was just confident Game 1 was going those guys' way from this side. I will say this. Well, part of it was the rest that the Carolina was on. Watching that game last night, I'm not sure Carolina's going to wake up and be the team they were before.
Really?
Then they have other pressure. They have not. They've made it to this point multiple times and haven't been able to get past it. Literally, people are writing articles going, Carolina's never gotten past this point. Carolina can't get past this point. So not only do you have all this rest and everything, now if this goes 6 or 7 series, Carolina should pull it out because they're going to be more rested than Montreal. Right, as the series goes longer. Because Montreal's had to play 6-7 games every round. Stuff to that effect. But there's that monkey on Carolina's back of you guys don't win this round. You guys are usually out of these playoffs right here. You guys fail right now. They're hearing it. They're watching it. They're hearing it. I don't care what you say. You know it as a player. We always lose right here. We can't ever get past this. And not that you're going into the game thinking it, but then you're hearing it on top of it. I'm not saying doubt creeps in there, but it's another thing you have to be you're thinking about here as well, which means it could just mean you want to work harder, which doesn't – working harder doesn't always get you a win. Sometimes it can go the opposite way. To be smarter, not harder, Dale.
Isn't that the McCollum?
I do think Carolina is going to end up winning this series, but
what about Colorado?
No, Vegas is taking them 6 or 7. I think Colorado will eventually win it, but I think the Knights are going to take Colorado. It's a formidable foe there. Now, it doesn't mean I don't think the Vegas isn't going to lose a couple games by like big scores. It's going to be like 6-2, 5-1. Vegas will lose at least one game in that fashion, maybe 2. But the rest of the games they're competing. Vegas can play defensively. The Kings, Lou brought this up yesterday as well, but the Kings are a very defensive team. They got swept by Colorado, the Kings did. But they played, every game went to overtime. They were 1-goal games because they play physical defense and can shut down Colorado's offense to an extent. Vegas can play that way. They did that in Game 1. And Vegas can score on the other end, whereas the Kings struggle at that. That's the threat there to Colorado. I'm looking forward to it. This is going to be a fun series here. I'm just not too sure Montreal won game one just because Carolina's been sitting for a while. And nothing gives you more proof of that, Dale, than the game starts and Canadians have 4 goals in the first period. That tells you Carolina wasn't sharp.
What'd their goalie do? Sit on the couch and eat ho-hos for a week?
Well, you know that. How do you keep the edge as a goaltender when guys are just shooting random pucks at you in practice that don't matter?
You got to take it serious, Steve. Got to practice like it's a game.
It's a mentality, man. They're not bumping him in the crease like Montreal was doing last night. But when they scored 4 in the first period, I was like, Carolina's not ready for game one yet. They'll wake up. This will be a long series, I think, as well. Yeah. It's going to be fun, though, Dale. You should be watching it. So the weekend slate here for hockey, for those of you, since we're taking Monday off here as well. What's the date today?
Today is the 22nd
Vegas,
of May.
Colorado tonight. I know that's tonight here. Then you got Montreal, Carolina tomorrow. Vegas, Colorado on Sunday. Carolina, Montreal on Monday as well coming up. And then Tuesday night, Colorado, Vegas. So fun time, man. Every other night. Boom. They should all be good series. I'm looking forward to watching them here.
Well, I love that
weekend
about
long.
the NBA, too. Every other night there's a game. I mean, every night there's a game.
I forgot the NBA game was last night.
Yeah.
I caught into it late, after the Montreal deal. But the nice thing about it too, and they start early. So when the Eastern Conference teams play, they're done early. Not staying up till 9, 10 o'clock. Starting at 4:30.
Yeah, but you missed the first half because you were still out getting a pizza.
That is the issue, right? That is the issue. Hey, let's take our break here this hour. Come on back, Dale. We'll keep it rolling. And, of course, Dale's all back on the bandwagon, folks.
Let's go,
He
D-bag.
had to get new shoes because he was dragging his shoes on the side, kind of hanging on to that bandwagon, that
Here
train.
we go.
Come on back,
Diamondbacks
folks.
don't have a day off. They don't need no stinking day off.
Come on back, folks. And we're back here, and I made a mistake, Dale.
Oh, no.
Robert corrected us on our chat. TME Media AZ, folks. Join the chat there. Text line 623-252-6670. Or tag us, of course, at TME Sports Show and join in on the fun. I always forget. It's my fault. And I have to apologize to Mitch Jones. Back in 2000, he had the record at 27 for the home run record for ASU. That was just passed last night as well. Yeah. So, I always forget about him. Those were the dog days of ASU baseball.
But plus you didn't hear anything about him afterwards.
Well, that's the problem. Like Spencer Torkelson, I know is the freshman leader in home runs, but he also is in the major league still, so he's fresh in your mind.
Right.
Will I forget that someday when I don't hear Spencer Torkelson's name in that Major League Baseball? Probably. But he also was late 2017, 2018, that time frame. So that also wasn't that long. 2000, doesn't that seem like so long ago?
You had a full head of hair. You're probably raising hell in downtown Tempe.
Still am, Dale.
Still raising hell?
Still raising hell down there.
Yeah. Let's get out of here, Autumn. Let's get back to our neck of the woods.
Those kids have a lot of energy. Let's get out of here.
Why are they so loud?
I know. Shh.
You got the CJ Cup, the Byron Nelson. I don't like it called the CJ Cup.
I hate it. Why is it not called the Byron Nelson anymore?
Don't. Well, because CJ, whoever they are,
paid a lot of money.
Yeah, obviously paid a lot of money, but that's.
I remember when they did it. There was a lot of money.
It's being played up in North Dallas. Used to be at the TPC.
That's the other side. They moved it to a different course that's not as symbolic.
TPC Craig Ranch.
Yeah.
Did a $25 million renovation since the last tournament, and the guys are tearing it up. Minus 11 halfway through round two.
Is Wu still leading this thing or close to it?
No, your guy Kensai Hirata.
Well, of course.
You know, the guy you put some money on.
I got posters of him in my sports room at home.
The first 10 guys or so, normal people would have heard of maybe two. Jordan Spieth.
Yeah.
And minus 7 today.
Actually, Jordan Spieth. I like the way Jordan Spieth's been playing golf lately.
Yeah.
He's turning it around. He's on the uphill swing again. Of course, he's a roller coaster, but he's on an uphill swing right now. I like the way he's playing.
He lives in Dallas.
He lives right there. Yeah.
He's 10 under, tied for second. Another name that people might know is Sung J M. He's at minus 9, and then a lot of Taylor Pendress and Pearson Cooney.
Well, maybe I'm thinking of him. I saw now somebody's going to make fun of me for this. I thought it was Wu, though, yesterday. Made some great shots yesterday and was hot when he first got on the course. I didn't know what he did afterwards.
No.
If it wasn't Wu, it was him.
Well, and Brooks Koepka led yesterday at minus 8, has not teed off yet today.
He was playing well yesterday. Yeah, I didn't see any of his round, but he was hitting a lot of headlines on how he was playing during his round. I saw that.
Yes, and it's obviously not a signature event.
Yeah, but Brooks Koepka, he's the test case for the LIV Golf guys coming back.
He has to play in a lot of these lower level tournaments.
But I'm talking about test case, meaning he's stepping in and playing well in these tournaments that he's in. He's not going out there and just sucking it up and falling apart on the last day and stuff like that. This is what I mean by test case.
I heard him do an interview, I think it was last week, and he was just talking about the fact that, hey, he's found a new love for the game.
He doesn't care. That's the point. Before, it was all about winning.
Yeah.
I got to win. I got to beat this guy. And now he's like, let's go play some golf, fellas.
Yeah, but he's developed. He said, I'm getting back into that and starting to enjoy the competition and all that.
Really? Because I think he plays better when he's not. Enjoy the competition, but don't get all – because part of his problem is he just gets all wound up and then tight, and then he can't finish off the deal or whatever. Keep playing loose, man. Keep playing loose.
Yeah. I like an angry Brooks
Koepka. The one that goes when somebody walks by him when he's on the mic. Remember those days?
Him and Bryson?
Yeah. Bryson would walk behind him and he'd be in the middle of a sentence. He'd literally be like, well, guys, I think the course today. It was so great to watch back then. Just that big, deep breath and everything. Robert says, you lock me in a dark room, I'll go to sleep. Well, that's why they leave you in there for as long as they do, because then you go through the
whole
wake
up
and downs, and you got to sit there and think. Folks, if you don't know what what human brains are capable of, you're not paying attention, because they go to dark places. Yee.
Well, your mind kind of goes to where you are. If you're a non-smiling family, there's a lot of darkness in those darkness retreats. If you're a smiling family like the Hellestraes, we'd be playing golf and
I disagree 100%. Let's put you in a dark room, and you come out and you tell us what your brain went to. Your brain's going to go to, like, murdering people and dastardly things. You're going to remember things from your childhood. Stepping on grass wrong. Be like, Steve was right. Those football coaches are jerks. teach that guy for saying that about me.
Oh.
And you're going to be like, that didn't even bother me in the moment. And all of a sudden, now I'm all fired up.
Wow.
And it happens.
Wow. Wow.
I do find this interesting. Oh, I just on a side note, really quick before we get to baseball, because Ethan tagged me on BYU wide receiver Cody Hagan's retiring from football, leaving the program. He was a really good receiver. But that reminds me here. One, we're seeing college kids retire from football, not injury related, in Division I. NIL, they're making some money. You know, some are leaving for other reasons, things like that. But I read something like 76% of Division II kids that went in the transfer portal retiring from football.
Yeah.
Meaning nobody.
And
had
that's,
nowhere to go.
and by the way, that's not voluntary.
No, yes. Not even the school they transferring from was like, we'll have you back.
No.
It was something like 70. I saw that the other day.
That's a
Division
crazy
III
number.
was higher. That was in the
Yeah.
80 percentage point.
Yep.
The grass ain't always greener on the other side.
No.
And I'm looking for this stat on Division I. They probably don't retire, but I want to know how many Division I kids have to settle for a lesser school or go down to Division II. There was somebody that played in the SEC that's playing at NAU this year. He went down to Division II.
Okay.
And he was an SEC player then and stuff like that. But I think he had some injuries and things, if I remember correctly. But yeah, I mean, the grass ain't always green on the other side. But we're also, like, you see this in the NFL, right? There's this rash of kids like 27 years old, 26 years old, play 4 years in the NFL, and they're good enough to stay, and they're like, yeah, I'm retiring. I don't want the health problems later on. I made enough money. I'm going to go follow this other passion. We're going to start seeing college kids doing this now?
Well, again, it depends on who you're talking about. They're all, in my mind, unique deals. The Division III and II kids who are retiring,
It's because
that's because they got a little too big for their britches and thought, oh, I'm sure Alabama wants me to play there. And found out, no.
Yeah, this coach sucks. Here, I'm going to go someplace else. Oh, nobody wants me?
Yeah.
This coach doesn't either? Happens in Division I all the time. Guys go in that transfer portal, and they're like, hey, I can come back. And they're like, no, it's all right. We're good. We're good without you. Move on with your life. It's just a fascinating story is all I'm getting at there. It just struck me here with this BYU kid walking away from the sport as well. Robert says, bifocals, Steve, bifocals. I know I do have to go back to the eye doctor. It's getting bad again. And then he says, Mitchie Marner, baby. He says, D-backs make me go to dark places. It's frustrating sometimes.
How can it be frustrating?
This Tories.
They're the best team in the national in
not.
the Major League Baseball, for crying out loud.
No, they're not.
Huh?
No.
Who are you? What are you talking about?
Well, they've won 5 in a row if you look at that stat. But Brewers are playing really good right now. Phillies playing really good right now, even though they've lost 2 in a row. They've hit a bump here from that perspective out there as well. So, yeah, they're not the best, but they're up there. I'll give you that.
Guardians have won 6 in a row.
Yeah.
And the Diamondbacks have won 5.
I wish
All
I
right.
had this. I literally just saw a stat over the last 20 games. Or last 10 games. D-backs were 8 and I don't remember the stat now. I wish I saved it.
Best team in the National League by far. Just on a roll, playing every day. Erod, 7 innings last. I mean, this starting staff.
Yeah.
It's like they're Atlanta Braves of the '90s, just one after another. Steve, how can you not
Blowing them down.
be excited?
Mm-hmm. I love me some Erod. I'm getting a jersey. I'm not.
2.24 ERA. He pitches 7 innings, 4 hits, no runs, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts, and doesn't get the win. How about them apples?
That's the disappointing part, isn't it? Like, man, he gets robbed. He's been robbed twice this year, maybe 3 times now. I think he got the win in the other one, but he gets robbed. He gets robbed in these deals and stuff like that. Yeah, Seawald, no save for your boy. It's only a win. He got the win, not the save.
Yeah.
For your boy Seawald. Womp womp. No, this is a fun team to watch. 26 and 23, 3 games over 500. They're either at 3 or 4 games above 500, and then they'll go on a losing streak and go back down to 500, folks. So get ready for that coming. That's what they do. The 500 D-backs. Why'd he go quiet?
Why can't you just enjoy what's going on?
I just do it to annoy you.
Jeez, Louise.
Only reason I do it is got to live up to your thoughts of me over here. Yeah, Robbie Ray, by the way, went on the. I'm sorry, not Robbie Ray. Who are they playing right now? Colorado. Never mind. Yeah, never mind. I forgot. I lost my train of thought.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You went back to graduation.
Yeah. I went back. I was checking my phone to see who died today. Shockingly.
Boy, this is interesting, Steve. I see where yesterday you retweeted this out.
That's what I was trying to find.
Todd Monken,
Yeah.
the head coach of the Cleveland Browns. I forgot he was head coach. I thought he was like offensive coordinator.
No, well, he was offensive coordinator or whatever, or defensive, one of the two, for the Giants at Harbaugh. The thought was he'd go with Harbaugh to the Giants, and he decided to take the Browns job. This is one of 2 clips, by the way.
And he's not met his best player yet.
Yeah.
Did he get hired yesterday? Or he been around a while?
Don't you, if you're a head coach, don't you go, hey, man, where are you on vacation right now? I'll be there tomorrow. You have time
or
for
when
lunch.
do you get back? I'll be there tomorrow.
One of the two.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you met what's his name? The defensive guy?
For who?
Cleveland. So we're talking about who he hasn't met.
Myles Garrett.
Myles Garrett, thank you. Holy
Oh,
cow.
I'm wondering. I was like,
I
what are
know.
you talking about?
I just had a brain fart.
Okay.
I just saw something, and now my brain's all scattered and whatever.
Uh-oh.
But nothing bad. No, thank goodness, nothing bad. But yeah, have you not met this guy yet?
And how do
Making
you
efforts.
admit that?
Well, that's the other side of it. Earlier in the day in his press conference, too, he said some questionable stuff. So this prompted me, Greg Eckhart, a friend of mine that follows on Twitter and stuff. He knows how much I love stupid coaches and stuff. And so, he said this could be the worst hire, because I'm looking forward to watching the Cleveland Browns this year just because of the head coach. I think we're in one of those situations where this guy, I get it, take the head coaching job, have confidence in yourself, take it, see what you can do. You better hope Harbaugh hires him back after this year, because I think this is going to be a disaster. And he said it's the worst hire since Urban Meyer. That got me thinking on bad coaching hires and stuff like that. Recently, Adam Gase with the Jets was a disaster of a hire. From that side. So I'm like, I'm going to sit down and put together a worst coaching hires, not necessarily records, just disasters in general, like Hugh Jackson, ironically enough, with Cleveland.
Well, could you just name every Cleveland coach in the 2000s?
You probably could. But remember Hugh Jackson, who I thought was a hard-nosed coach and stuff like that? Remember he alienated his offensive and defensive coordinator. But he's the guy that pissed off and told Baker Mayfield he wasn't any good and stuff. And then Baker goes to Tampa and been one of the better quarterbacks in the league all year long. So it's not, and then he had a losing record on top. So it's not necessarily losing records per se. It's more of just bad hires, meaning they couldn't. Your boy, Dave Campos, I would put on that list. Dave Campo, I'd put on. Because I was trying to think on the Cowboys.
Well, you could say Dave Campo, but there was a reason why he was hired.
Yes.
It was for that year. Jerry knew he was going to purge the team.
Yeah.
And I think Dave got 2 years.
But the problem is, though, that's the thing. He was there for that side of it, but he wasn't there to coach the team to be better.
No. As you get to a year or two.
It was like, hey, man, just come out here, be friends with everybody. Who cares? Do what you want to do, and we move on. So that's what I mean by worst coaching hires. You can go off of records and stuff like that. But I thought of Dave Campo there as well. I kind of thought of Barry Switzer, but I don't know if you can put a Super Bowl winning coach under that.
No.
Because Barry Switzer
get away from the Cowboys. There's so many other organizations.
He's a weird
Come on.
dude. Weird dude. Weird dude.
And you
How
could
weird
name
was that
you
guy?
can name most all Arizona Cardinal coaches since 1990.
No. In terms of bad off the field, I mean, no, if you go off of records, Denny Green's on that list. A lot of them are on that list. But, like, I'm talking disaster just everywhere is what I'm talking about. Not just record-wise.
Oh, you're talking about off the field?
I'm just talking about, like, Adam Gase. It looked like he'd never coached a football
Yeah.
game a day in his life. So it wasn't just he had a bad record. It's just the guy couldn't communicate, and stuff to that. It's, I'm just typing something here. Sorry, guys, I got distracted. It's encompassing everything besides losing records out there is kind of what you got to look at. Obviously, Urban Meyer, but Bobby Petrino, what was that? Atlanta would be on my list there. That guy was just a moral disaster, let alone anything else. I would put how far back do you want to go is the question. Steve Spurrier, I'd put on that list. I'd put the guy that Alabama, the winningest coach at Alabama, not Spurrier. He's on ESPN now. Won all those championships at Alabama. Dale, help me out here. I'd put him on that list of bad hires because he just couldn't communicate to NFL players and
Nick
stuff to that
Saban?
effect. Nick Saban. He couldn't communicate with NFL players. He couldn't put his system in and things to that stuff.
That's not a disaster.
See, I thought it was. It was an
Nah.
utter disaster. So what's we left in the middle of the season?
That was Petrino.
I thought.
No, he left a note in the players' lockers.
Oh,
and
Pacino
left.
did.
Yes.
But
And
I thought
remember-
Saban
No.
didn't leave early. He waited, but he just
Yeah.
kept saying he wasn't taking
Right.
the job.
I'm not taking an Alabama
I'm
job.
not taking it. Nathaniel Hackett in Denver, utter disaster of a season for him there as well. So I don't know. We got to put it together. The other thing that shocked me about Dave Campo, because I was like maybe like 2010 needs to be the limit, and then I kind of went back to 2000. I was like, no, Dave Campo was late 90s. No, he was 2000 to 2002.
Yeah.
You could go 49ers have had a ton. Dennis Green on the Niners, that was a disaster with that dude. Not Dennis Green, I'm sorry.
No, it was not a head
Dennis,
coach.
he coached here at ASU in Oregon State, the college, Miami. He was at Miami after
Erickson.
Dennis Erickson. Mike Singletary, remember that? He pulled down his pants in the locker room at one point and was all like, "You guys suck so bad." He pulls his pants down. I can't finish it.
I just looked it up. Like Rich Kotite, if you talk to any Philadelphia.
Oh, was that Philadelphia
that
or
was
Jets?
Philadelphia.
Oh, Philadelphia.
Yeah.
But can you put him for Jets too? He
He
was the coach when Boomer was at the Jets, and they only won one game that year.
He was
That
horrible.
here
He
in
at least
Arizona.
won a little bit in Philadelphia because they're so good
Yeah,
talent wise.
talent, yeah.
But in New York, he was 4-28 over 2 seasons.
Yeah.
Gus
Yeah.
Bradley with Jacksonville.
Oh, I forgot about Gus Bradley.
Yeah, Bobby Petrino.
Urban Meyer and Gus Bradley
Yeah.
and
Bobby Petrino, 2007. Hugh Jackson.
Hugh Jackson just cracked. I'll never forget that Hard Knocks.
NFL
or whatever
Hard
they
Knocks,
were
yeah.
on. And he's sitting there, and that was offensive coordinator. Was kind of a butt face himself.
Yeah.
Todd, what was the name? Todd something. And Hugh Jackson shuts him down. And I was like, the two coordinators seem like head coaches before Hugh Jackson does. Who was Joe Judge? Was that the Giants? What I'd put on that list? I was just rattling them off the top of my head yesterday. Like we're now, like I said, it's not just records, but generally, if you're a bad coach in general, you have bad records on top of it.
Well, here's a list that I came
Oh, you
up
found a
with.
list? All right.
So Urban Meyer, Petrino on it. Cam Cameron with the Dolphins, 1 year, 1-15.
What year was that? That was like 2006 or so.
It doesn't even say.
Ugh.
Josh McDaniels, the years in Denver.
That was the Tebow years.
Yeah.
He had winning. He won. They got him to the playoffs. It was disaster.
Well, he also had Jay Cutler.
Yeah. He traded Jay Cutler.
Nathaniel Hackett, another Broncos coach.
That was a disaster.
Oh, Jim Tom Sula with the 49ers.
I forgot
Yeah, you forgot about some
I was
of the
doing
games.
Dennis Erickson, and look at that. Yeah, the worst one, Tom Sula. He was there did he even survive the season, Tom Sula?
Yeah, he went 5-11.
Did he? Oh, that was so bad. That
How-
was after Harbaugh
Yes.
left, right? And that disaster?
Yeah. How about Marty Morningweg with the Lions?
Lions. Oh, my. You could add a lot of Lions coaches over the years.
Art Shell with the Raiders. I played for him.
You were there when Art Shell was in the Raiders?
Yeah. He's the one who called me in and traded me to the Cowboys, thankfully, in retrospect.
But he was a player's coach,
Yeah.
right? It's just he couldn't do anything else, right?
Matt Patricia with the Lions.
I'll see another Lions coach.
Rod-
Oh, Matt Patricia with the Lions
Yes.
was a disaster.
Rod Marinelli with the
Oh,
Lions.
Lions, yeah.
Hugh,
At the
Jackson's.
Lions. See my point is?
Adam Gase.
Yeah, he's the worst of the
Dennis
Jets.
Erickson with the Niners. Gus Bradley, Jaguars. Steve Spagnuolo with the Rams.
Oh, 2 years there and won 3 games or something like that? And that team was good.
Dennis Allen with the Raiders. Number 17,
Another
your boy,
Raiders.
Joseph Judge with the
Judge,
Giants.
That was. And the Giants have had some terrible hires, man, and that's there, right? And this is this amazing. And like I said, look into this. This wasn't just like you lost your record. It's like they didn't know how to coach.
Yes.
They didn't know how to communicate with people. A lot of these coaches pissed off star players who left and went on to have success elsewhere. And if they would have kept them happy, they would have had a more winning record.
Greg Schiano with the Buccaneers.
His thing that always sticks with me is when he would like if you're going to down the ball and he would have the defensive rush in there anyway to try to disrupt it. And I'm like, you're such a weasel, man.
Jim Zorn with the Commanders.
Oh, is he the Commanders?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
He was
Well,
the
Spurrier-
Commanders.
Spurrier's on
with
there.
the Commanders.
Yeah.
Dave Campbell's on here. Lovie Smith with the Texans.
Isn't that kind of rough, though? Because that was when he shows up there and Deshaun Watson, all of a sudden we all find out he likes massages a little bit much. Is that a Lovie Smith issue, though? I don't know that team was bad, and he struggled with it, but there was bigger problems there.
I don't even remember this guy's name. David Coley with the Texans.
Oh, no, Coley was terrible. He was after. Oh my God, Coley was.
He was
awful.
after the volatile Bill O'Brien era.
That's what it was because they wanted to go opposite of Bill O'Brien.
Yeah.
Because Bill O'Brien ruined that franchise internally.
Yeah.
Bill O'Brien had a winning record, right? But he was a disaster. He ruined that franchise.
Nick Saban at 24.
So I would put Bill O'Brien on my terrible coaching list.
And
Even
then
though he
on
had success.
number 25.
Uh-oh. Dale's laughing at this one.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 coaches. They lumped them all together. Romeo Crennel, Eric Mancini, Pat Schumer, Rob Chudzinski, and Mike Pettin.
So before you say anything on that, are we talking about Bill Belichick's coaching tree?
Well, that is that coaching tree, and all coached for your beloved Cleveland Browns.
So it's the Browns, yeah. Well, that's why when you said you know a lot of Cleveland Browns, I go, there's probably years of coaches that even Cleveland Browns fans have forgotten about.
Yes. They tried to put them out of their mind.
They were so bad for a year, and then they just moved on. So I bet you there's like Cleveland Brown diehard fans that are like, I don't remember who that coach is.
And I lived, breathed, and died. Went to every game.
I went to every game, and I still don't remember who it was.
I went to a darkness retreat to forget.
Isn't that fascinating? He's kind of spurred me on that yesterday, where I'm like, I got to sit down and just make lists and do the research. And like I said, it's not win-loss. Because I put Bill Bryan as a disaster of a coach. I put him on there. Now, he would be ranked, low on the list, 25 or 30 maybe, something like that. But, I mean, he took over that franchise. He had success there, but he ruined it. Remember, he was the one that told DeAndre Hopkins, he goes, we don't want you. You have too many baby mamas. With different moms. You have too many different baby mamas.
I have a hard time with Bill O'Brien because of that big thing in his chin.
Yeah.
Looks like a butt cheek.
So I would put him on that list if I'm making that list as well. So it's not just win-loss records. But I don't know. It's just something off thing that kind of hit me yesterday with them. But Monkins is going to be one of those guys. He is going to be a disaster. I can't remember what he said earlier in the day, but he's.
I've not met my best player.
Yeah, well, that's alarming right there. But early, let me find it really quick here as we're wrapping up the show. Diamondbacks, by the way, again tonight, 6:40 p.m. coming up.
When we see each other on Tuesday morning, I have a feeling I have a 9-game winning streak.
You think they're winning 4 in a row?
Why not, Steven?
Well, 3 more in a row, I should say.
Oh, that's right. They have Memorial Day off.
No, they're at San Francisco. Oh, you're right. I forgot. We're not here Monday. Yeah. You're right. I'm sorry. They're at San Francisco Monday.
Oh, I thought you said they have Memorial
No,
Day off.
they're at San Francisco. Yeah. No, I meant they're off here.
You were bitching and moaning.
No. I said they're off here, which is good. Because that holiday crowd, they won't be able to handle it, and people will be standing outside for 45 minutes to get in, and that's what I said. Yeah, they're at San Fran. So you think they're going to be 9-0?
Yeah. Well, like 8. They'll lose 1.
Here go. I agree with you. It's I don't care. You're playing Major League Baseball players.
Yeah.
You're playing other Major League Baseball teams. You can get a hot catch. You can get a hot hitter. You can get a hot pitcher, something to that effect. And things. So I agree with you. I'd say 1. They need to come back 3-1. I think I'd be more than happy with that. 2-2. Probably disappointing with who they're playing. To be honest with you, if they're 2-2. Speaking of bad organizations, I don't know. We'll see. But Giants signed Joe Shine to a multi-year contract extension. To work along. I don't care. I just don't care what this guy's name is.
That's your team.
Yeah, I know, and I can't believe they signed him alongside John Harbaugh. They got to work together for multi-years. This guy should be fired because he let Saquon. You're gonna come back and negotiate with us, aren't you? And Saquon's all, sure, yeah, maybe. Even I in that conversation was like, he ain't calling you back, Tiger. You better make that deal now as well moving forward. So it's just, I don't know. I don't know why you're signing him to a multi-year extension.
Well, evidently John Harbaugh likes it because I have a feeling John has a lot of sway.
I'm going to go a step farther and say John Harbaugh doesn't care because he's going to do what John Harbaugh wants. You know what I'm saying? John Harbaugh's going to go, I want that guy. Figure out how to make it happen. Kind of like Bill Belichick did back in the day as well, right? That we're looking at. I'm looking really quick here on Monken on what I was looking at. Oh, that's what it was. He was, Brown's Todd Monken was asked about the defensive plays made in their OTAs. They had a couple of interceptions and a forced fumble. And they were playing 7-on-7. Keep this in mind. His response, yeah, we threw interceptions in 7-on-7 for God's sake. I mean, who does that? There's no pass rush. I mean, it's embarrassing. So, good luck, quarterbacks, with your Brown. Your coach has no problem throwing you under the bus in OTAs.
You don't throw interceptions.
Well, they did. They threw 2 of them.
Everybody knows that. That's when I knew Liner couldn't play quarterback. Saw him in Flagstaff. 7-on-7, balls skipping on the ground, balls overthrown, interceptions. If you can't complete a ball in 7-on-7.
That ball was slippery, though. He had those little wrinkled fingers from sitting in the hot tub with all the ladies for so long. He had wrinkled fingers. He didn't
have the hot tub yet. They were up in Flagstaff as rookie.
Yeah, I got news for you. He had a suite with a hot tub in it. His fingers were all wrinkled from sitting in the hot tub.
Not my guy, Matt Liner.
That's a true story, brother. Not that he had wrinkled fingers and couldn't throw the football, but yeah. I like the.
You taking Ethan on vacation this weekend? A little graduation? You send him to Europe?
Hanging around this weekend. Nothing major. What do you got going on? Grandkids?
Got the grandkids there.
No, we did WrestleMania and everything, so we're taking it easy this weekend. Everybody's recovering and stuff like that. Plus,
recovering? You drove to ASU for an hour and a half.
No. I drove from downtown here to Queen Creek High School to my house back to Tempe. A little bit different, though.
Well, with your rental car, you just hit auto drive and you took a nap.
I'm gonna have to fill up again today.
Well, stop driving so much.
Oh my God! Yesterday, we'll leave with this story here. Yesterday, I'm sitting here and my phone is just lighting up with text messages. So with my vehicle, the electric one that's in the shop, you can get I get alerts whenever. So like if my tire pressure goes low, and not only does it ding in the car, I get text messages. So anytime an alert happens, I get a text message. Yesterday, I kept getting this diagnostic alert. And like one of them was like, your main battery has failed. Pull over quickly. Turn the car off. All of these, like I got like 7 of them. So obviously they were working on my car yesterday. But I'm like, well, that's kind of annoying. I was going to be funny though and like screenshot them and send them to them and be like, hey, since my car's in there, do you guys mind looking at these errors I'm getting right now? I was like, yeah, they're probably not going to find that.
Yeah. I'm surprised there's not a switch where they could turn all that off.
Well, you would think. I don't. Yeah, I know. It was just.
Or else they knew that you bitched and moaned about them supposedly not checking it last time.
They didn't check it.
So now you know they're checking it.
Yeah, exactly. Now they're like, hey.
Take everything out.
Yeah, take the battery out. I disconnect that battery so it gets the alert 7 times.
And then just put it right back
I got one on the radio, on the display. I got one on the main battery. I got one of replace your 12-volt battery in a hurry. That runs all the electron. It was funny. I got just ding, 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 ding. Your tire alert system doesn't work. And I was just like, well, they must have it in the shop working on it and stuff. Just really quick on some text out there. Ann says, Robert, he's talking to Robert on our chat, but she says the D-backs team reminds me of the cardiac cards. Always checking my heart rate. I guess the complaint I have on the D-backs is they let so many opportunities go. They're making these games really close. If you were to criticize it a little bit. Just saying.
They're unbelievable.
Yeah, Ann says the number of runners left on base is frustrating. They're slowly figuring things out, but they have so many frustrating components each game. It's not fluid. They watch another team's game, and it's just like they win with ease. The Diamondbacks are like, how difficult can we make this to win this game and stuff like that. Yeah.
They win with ease. What drugs did you smoke yesterday at ASU?
Well, the good ones.
Yeah.
Only the best for ASU.
Orioles, Red Sox, Royals, Tigers, the Astros.
Kobe, throw up the NL West standings
Angels.
if you still have them.
Marlins, Mets, I mean, they just win with ease. Please. Be happy. Be happy.
Yeah, but they're still on the outside of the wild card looking in. Look at that. They're still on the outside looking in.
I'm sorry, do the playoffs start tomorrow?
I am fascinated by this, though, because Philly's is obviously involved in this, too. But look at this, man. Tell me which teams if I said at the beginning of the season, these teams are going to be in the wild card hunt, at the end of May. Padres, okay, yes. Cubs, yeah, you probably thought so, or at least winning the division. Cardinals, no. They sold everybody off last year and everything. Diamondbacks, yeah, we thought they'd be in the hunt. Yeah, absolutely. But Pirates, Reds, and Phillies. I mean, what teams don't belong? Pirates and Reds, man. It's a whole nother situation coming up. But Diamondbacks 7-3 in their last 10. So good. Keep it rolling, boys.
Always remember, ladies and gentlemen, you could be New York Mets fans.
Oh, my God. Just disaster of an organization there. It just goes to show you, people that say, they need to spend more money. Spending more money doesn't always help you.
Yeah.
If you don't have the chemistry and everything else involved in it as well. So, folks, appreciate you joining us this week, of course. We'll be back on Tuesday. Don't forget, follow TME Media AZ on X as well for updates on programming, etc. McCollum on Business will be back 7 a.m. on Tuesday. We'll be back on Tuesday, 8 to 10 a.m. as well. And, of course, we'll get Pit Stop up here in just a little bit also. To look back at last week's racing ahead to this weekend. The E500 weekend here coming up, folks. So come and join me there on demand in a couple hours here. We'll have it up noon, 12:30-ish time frame. Carb Day there in Indianapolis 500. And like I said, I'll do a comments and stuff. Different format than the Pit Stop. I'll address it at the end of the show. We're going to record something and add it onto the end there here in just a few. But overall tribute and thoughts will be in another format later on over the weekend. So follow TME Media AZ on YouTube. Of course, podcast systems, rumble.com/user/TME Media. Catch Dale on the data centers conversation with the Real Matrix at noon today as well.
Beware. Also beware of those ticks out there somewhere.
See y'all on Tuesday, everybody. Have a great weekend.